Yo, what is up, guys? Joker here. We're bringing you another video for the 3.25 Settlers of Kalguur League. So, yesterday I was playing some Once Human because their new season just started a couple of days ago. So, I was leveling up in that, testing out all of the new features and everything that they have. And I look over at YouTube and I see this, right? I see Path of Exile to early access, date announcement. And then I see a whole bunch of other videos from people going over the date announcement. And I'm like, wait, that means this has to be soon. Like, I thought we had a good solid 7 or 8 months. In my understanding, we have a like early access right now that's like a closed beta. And I thought that was going to go on for a couple months. And then probably like 7, 8 months down the road, that's when everyone would be allowed in, depending on feedback from the closed beta. But this says otherwise. Let's go ahead and watch this real quick.
My son, are you clear of mind and stout of heart?
I am.
I thought she was talking to the skull for a second.
Are you ready to sacrifice? Sacrifice everything to become the savior.
This game looks so nice, though.
I will.
Like, I'm probably going to have to upgrade my
Do
computer.
you have the strength to sweep aside this world and build it anew?
I must.
Oh shit, he's a Sith. You're the chosen one, Anakin. That's literally the vibe it gave me, but the boss fights do look dope as fuck. Like, not even gonna lie, the boss fights do look sick. The
Now,
fact that they're going to
are
be
you
more
ready
mechanical
to fulfill
is like
your
huge.
destiny?
Then we got our logo, PoE2. And then dun dun dun, we have the release date, right?
I am ready.
November 15th, 2024, which in my opinion is almost impossible. It's like incredibly impressive, but it didn't make sense. So I started putting two and two together, and this is what I've come up with, right? So 3.25 dropped on July 26th. If you take into consideration a 3 month cycle, that would put it on October 26th, is when we would get 3.26. So it would be either October 26th or the first week of November, which doesn't make sense with Path of Exile 2 having a release date of November 15th. So what I think is going to happen is Settlers of Kalguur is going to be another 4 month league, which would make sense because pretty much all of our previous leagues, I want to say like the past 4 or 5, have been 4 month leagues, right? Settlers of Kalguur is going to get extended almost indefinitely. And then on November 15th, we're going to get the Path of Exile to early access. Then we're going to get 3.26, probably either middle of December or early January. The reason why I say this is because it would give us about a month, 2 months with Path of Exile 2 early access. It would give them the time to get feedback from like 2 months of content, put out a roadmap, and get a season ready. Because they probably already have ideas what they want this season to be. And they said Path of Exile and Path of Exile 2 are going to be rotating cycles, right? So it's going to be like so in this example, right? 3.25 is going to end. Then we get Path of Exile 2 early access. Then we get 3.26 2 months later, right? And then 2 months later, we get Path of Exile 2 season 1, or whatever they want to call it, season 2 potentially, if early access is going to be season 1, but I'm calling it like season 1 of Path of Exile. 2 is going to come probably somewhere around not April. That's too far. Probably like February. February or March is when like the first season of Path of Exile 2 is going to be. And that would fall in line with the cadence. They would mean this would mean two big things, right? It would mean that PoE seasons go back to being 3 months because if they have Path of Exile 2 in a solid state and early access where they're confident enough to push it out to the public, then that means that it's in a good enough playable state where they've gotten enough feedback that they feel like it's good enough to stand alone. So they're going to go ahead and start working on the first season of Path of Exile 2, but they're going to also be working on 3.26 because they said they're going to be continuing the support for Path of Exile as well. And like I said, they're going to do 3.25 is extended, and then they're going to do Path of Exile 2 early access, and then it's going to be 3.26 in the end of December or January. I really want to say probably January. And then it's going to be the Path of Exile 2 season in like February, right? That way there's always that about month and a half, 2 months between the leagues where majority of the players only play for a month, month and a half of a PoE league anyways. So this would go ahead and be able to catch the drifters that are leaving Path of Exile seasons and throw them into the Path of Exile 2 season, because majority of the time what people do is they play PoE for about a month, right? Majority of the players only play for about a month, month and a half, and then they go off and they play other things that they enjoy, right? Other ARPGs, stuff like that. I mean, even in that meantime between 3.25 and Path of Exile 2, there is a D4 expansion coming out, as well as there will be a Last Epoch season. I know that for a fact. And there will be a Torchlight season, right? So there's going to be other ARPGs. So I think that's part of the reason why they chose this date as well, is it's not going to directly conflict with like other in any other ARPG directly dropping something huge. The D4 thing drops in like the middle of October. So like this is the perfect time. I don't know of anything else coming out with this, and everyone is going to be done with other ARPG content when this comes out. So this is just going to funnel up all the ARPG players. I'm 90% positive. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to go ahead, make another video, make my prediction of how this is going to work. Because I mean, not to say that I'm psychic or anything, but with the 3.25 updates, my bingo card was pretty much maxed out. I said they were going to do stuff with totems. I said they were going to rework Raider and Gladiator. Like, I pretty much fucking nailed it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with this and future content. And until next time, take care.